Over the next few years, my attention was repeatedly drawn back to the demimonde I'd glimpsed through Bitcoin. The exoticism of code culture and its haunting alien logic remained on my mind. But more compelling were suggestions of a causal link between it and a fast, deranging human environment. The flood of code had intensified, and while most of the software embodying this code did things we liked, a growing proportion allowed online terrorists to spread viruses, businesses to cheat regulations, criminals to coin new forms of theft, data-hoarding digital monopolies to grow like mold and replace settled industries with precarious, loss-making ones, leaving civil society febrile and unnerved. The electoral chaos of 2016 showed how little we understood the quasi-occult technical powers now vested in a few hands, and how the work of these unseen hands could combine erratically at scale. By 2018 and a near-perpetual slew of scandals, it was clear society had a problem with the software being written to remake it. From certain angles, life could appear to be getting worse in eerie proportion to the amount of code streaming into it. What was the problem, though? One possibility was also the most obvious. It was the cohort writing the code, overwhelmingly white and Asian men, happier in the company of machines than fellow humans if you believed popular culture and TV shows like Silicon Valley, Mr. Robot, and Russian Doll. The main characters in these fictions mostly conform to a category of code savant called the 10Xer, meaning someone with 10 times the average productivity, who could make a computer do extraordinary things while struggling to connect with people, the implication being that these two traits were linked. Was the misfit nerd stereotype accurate? And how did it relate to the fact that while most professions had moved toward openness and diversity since the 1980s, code had charged determinedly in the opposite direction, reaching a nadir in 2015 when only 5% of programmers identified as women and fewer than 3% were black, a low from which it has barely shifted. Coders were rebuilding our world for us without having posted a spec sheet. Could they be consciously or unconsciously recasting it in their own image, privileging their needs and assumptions above others? Would it be more surprising if they were or weren't? And did any of this connect to a Silicon Valley ethos spring-loaded to recklessness? It began to seem important to ask who these destroyers and rebuilders of worlds were, what they thought they were building, and why.